Greetings everyone, this is Aaron from the Soban Network, here for another game review. This time doing Master of Orion, a remake of a series of classic games brought into the kind of future. It's kind of a reboot, and it's in my opinion, I think it's an okay game. Not the best 4X in my opinion for depth, but it kind of depends what you're looking for. It's got some replayability that I like from 4X games. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't fit the grand time strategy games that like Stellaris kind of fits into, or Hearts of Iron. But there is some depth to it, which I do enjoy, and it's kind of cool. So the game itself is kind of like you're trying to lead a civilization of multiple different races into, finding your way in the galaxy. Are you going to be allies with everyone? Are you going to be kind of like conquering everyone and making your own kind of empire? So I'll show off a little bit of the gameplay. We'll start a new game. Yeah, we'll cancel this.
Hailing from the cloudy planet Altair, the proud Alkari are an old race of avian hominids. Although well known for their
I
peaceful
kind of wish
disposition,
the audio would
they
go.
are fierce in combat and will rarely back out of a fight if they believe they have just cause. The Skylord rules over the flock uncontested. He is the de facto commander of
So
all Alkari.
this is kind of
Highly skilled and disciplined soldiers. Their pilots are among the finest in the galaxy. Alkari religion permeates every aspect of their culture, and their zeal can oftentimes be confused with fanaticism.
I wish I could skip this one little part.
They believe the god
But,
of sky created the Alkari to gaze
with
over every horizon.
this game,
and have been driven into
it has some
space
cool
to
stuff.
fulfill that calling.
The gentleman you're hearing is actually from Star Trek, guy who plays Worf. So there is some cool voice acting in here, and they got quite a few races that are kind of nice. You got the bird people. It's kind of bear.
The harsh Ursus,
You got these kind of like
elusive and paranoid. The dark,
like shape-shifting.
elusive and paranoid.
You got humans. This is kind of like a
After
peaceful
ages of
humanity.
internal conflict,
Then you have these
deep in the
arachnids.
caves of Koldon, the
Then you got
coexisting
like
in a sprawling, jumbled network filled with incessant chattering voices and signals.
robots.
The
Then you have the Great Cat people.
The blazing savannas of Fieras gave rise to the
Then you got like your kind of traditional
Under the
style
supervision.
aliens, reptiles. And they all got like different
in their
bonuses.
ways.
Then you got like these rock, and then you got another Terrans,
It
which
was
is like
during the darkest times of human history that
kinda
the
funny.
Age of the Khans dawned. All over their homeworld. Civil
So
unrest
this
was
is kinda
mounting as
like a,
society crumbled under the weight
Wrath of
deviancy,
Khan.
corruption,
So
and greed.
there you'd have Starfleet, here you have the
Mankind
cons. And then you can make your own kind of race. You can do different things with it, which is nice. Which gives you, quite a bit. And this is something I quite enjoy, that you can do this. Like I said, it doesn't let you like pick different things. And so far, there's not too many things that give you like mods. There's not too many mods compared to some games. But we'll just pick turns. Go next. You can add a bit of AI. You can even be pre-war, post-war, or you can be advanced, game pace. It's randomly generated maps. You can pick your galaxy side, which actually makes how many AI you can have in a sense. So the max is 7. You can set different settings, advanced, allowing pirates, monsters. So it's kind of cool. You can set your victory conditions. Now, like I said, there's not as much depth compared to, like I said, Stellaris and that, but it has some points in this game. It has a very nice interface, I think, for controlling and getting in the research. Audio is absolutely fascinating. The voice acting, I gotta give props to them about that. So we'll open up this, and it should kind of go into it.
The Human Republic. Fulfilling a dream once thought impossible. All of mankind
So this is really
has come
polished, and I
together
really
as
like
a
this.
single world of traders and diplomats, explorers and scientists, pressing toward the final frontier. Venturing forth from their blue planet Earth, they now seek to explore space, discover ancient civilizations, and coexist peacefully with their neighbors from a position of strength.
Again, like a
and
Star Trek,
solidarity.
Starfleet kind of vibe from these Terrans.
Welcome, President. I am Victoria, your personal advisor. It is my job to help you manage our people's needs and keep you updated on.
Now there is an okay tutorial with this, which is nice. You go into the galaxy map, as you can see, you can kind of see it. And like I said, one of the big things I like about this game is the visuals. And the interface is pretty nice. The Empire interface, you can kind of see at a glance. You got strikers, population, ground defense, security level, research, what kind of research you're going to do.
Our scientists are eager to start. What should we...
You can see your whole tech tree, which shows off different things, which is nice. And it actually does have some hard choices. As an example, you will see some of these actually give kind of some bonuses in a sense of so you can either get biospheres, you can get these. So, like sometimes some of these will you actually have to pick. I'm trying to find a good one. Private funding, crust. So let's see. Fusion drive. Here we go. So you can pick one of these techs, so either the fusion beam or whatnot, which is nice. So we'll go get some of this.
Terrific.
Music's okay. You get some diplomacy since we haven't found anyone. You can see at a glance, how you feel, and you can see some of their traits. Espionage, if you have any agents. You can design your ships a little bit different, but visually they don't have too many options. So you have kind of two frigates. So here's your two frigate types. You can pick some themes, and then you can customize the weapons, and that's kind of like the general bits of it. Nothing too crazy, in my opinion. But all in all, it's okay. So you can make them do certain things. Planets, fleets, and you can see how well you're doing your victory option. Conquest victory, you can see how many points you have, your score, which is not too bad. If I load up, let's see if I have one. I think this is, yeah, I was trying to see if I can get a, unfortunately, there's not going to be one that gives us just combat, unfortunately. So we have an okay fleet. We can do our production. We can only produce a little bit. Go for your lab. And now you can't build structures and you can't build ships at the same time. I can see why they did that. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's not bad. And also on the planet, they do have pollution. You can actually pollute your world, cause everyone to die. So that's cool. So this is an okay thing. Combat. It has some cool things, like you can actually fight and you can actually see your ships fight against each other. Problem is, it doesn't. You can do better while you do it, but visually it looks cool. But they don't exactly fly around and fight each other. They kind of get to a point and kind of freeze, and that kind of, I don't know, that kind of sucks. So to kind of wrap this up, I like the game. Visually, it looks amazing for 4X. And if you played Master of Orion, you'll like this game. Some of the another perks is like even though there is a bit to it, maybe not as much as I would like, but there's a good amount of replayability. There's a good amount of tag. There's enough that you can kind of expand, and it's quicker as a 4X than some other ones like Stellaris that play on bigger maps. Some downsides. I haven't seen a lot of mods for it. And the combat looks good, but I think they could have done a little bit better with some of those visuals. There's no ground combat, like you can't really do too much. You pretty much nuke people from orbit, or you can send in a couple ground troops, but you can't see it or fight it out. You just resolve. But I can at least recommend this game if you want a more casual kind of 4X game. It's easy to play, so that's it. But if you're looking for a lot of depth, this may not be for you. Alright everyone, so this is my game review of it. I do recommend it if you want a more casual 4X that looks visually amazing, but doesn't have as much depth. And I'll see everyone in the next episode that I do. Till then, happy gaming. Bye-bye.